Wow. Well, here we are, boys.
Whoa. 99.
Wow.
Episode 99 of the Sleep Deprived podcast.
To think.
We've come a long way, haven't we?
We have.
I mean, it's been, what, 5 years? Almost 6 now since we started this
19
podcast.
years. It's crazy.
Yeah, it feels like it was just yesterday, though.
It's been 99 years.
Yeah.
It's
2019 's
kind of
almost over.
like nuts being like the very first podcast. It's been kind of like at times it's been overwhelming, but I think it's a torch that we've carried well.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine how many viewers we'd probably have if we stick to doing that podcast back in 2017? I mean, that literally was one of the first fucking podcasts compared to today.
That is crazy.
But it's all going to end.
Yeah, that's true.
It's ending next episode, actually.
With a bang.
With, oh, yeah. Big bang. With 4 big bangs.
4
Let's put it that way.
Yep.
Giant bangs.
Yeah.
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 First of all, I just want to say to all our viewers out there who've been following us for 5-6 years now, dude. I mean,
What's wrong with you?
just thank you. You know,
Yeah.
it's been a hell of a ride, and there's been ups and downs. That comedy night video was for sure a low,
A big low.
and there was probably a couple funny moments we had on the show, but
Yeah,
none
a few.
come to mind.
Had a couple bits
Maybe we
here
should-
and there.
Maybe we should all go and talk about our favorite bits that we've ever done.
You know, I like to think back to when Schlatt and I were playing tennis, you know?
Tennis?
You remember that one? Ugh!
Oh yeah.
Sending you a serve. Ugh!
Ugh.
Ugh!
Oh.
Ugh!
Oh.
Wow.
Ugh!
That sure is tennis.
It's strenuous.
Yeah.
It's a strenuous match.
You're really
Yeah.
working at the
40
slot.
love. Ugh!
Oh.
Yeah. I think I won.
that
You know,
sure is tennis.
My favorite bits were just making you guys laugh.
Oh, that's actually a really sweet thing to say,
Yeah,
Apandah.
you never did that.
Yeah. My favorite bits were when you weren't talking. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
shit.
I'm joking.
Holy fuck! You just
guys-
begrudged 99
viewers-
episodes.
Dude.
I am going to live stream my suicide on this channel.
What?
And check it out next week.
No, I'm sorry. It was right there. I had to do it. I'm sorry. Hey, that's not how I feel at all. That's not how I feel.
That's it's the end of me, Mika. You just did that.
Panda, yeah, Panda's the funniest one here, man.
I was gonna say the
lie.
truth of the rub of it is, Apandah. I think that you are,
What?
you know,
You guys are
very unfunny. No, I'm joking. I was gonna say
You
you're
guys-
Oh, he did
Holy
again.
shit.
I'm sorry. You're very funny,
Well,
Panda.
Maybe I should reach a word quota.
No, Panda, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. I want to say genuinely from the bottom of my heart, it has been an absolute pleasure.
it's been something.
You know, my favorite bit was any voices I did. I liked being someone else.
Oh, so it's all about
Yeah.
you, huh? It's all about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is all about me.
I was gonna think about all
It
the times
is all about you.
we hung out and
It
like
is.
did all those bits together, but whatever.
You know, this should be called the Apandah podcast. I'm just saying, guys. I mean, really.
Should be. Honestly, it should be. Everyone always asks, like, where did Apandah go? And then other people are like, oh, he's on Sleep Deprived, you know?
It's perfect.
Yeah. It's perfect. My favorite moment from the pod was on episode 1.
Yeah.
Hey now.
where I got my best YouTube buddy at the time,
Wow.
someone I looked up to, someone I considered my first YouTube friend.
Thanks, man.
He's talking about me,
And,
guys.
I was like, hey man, I think we should do a little podcast, you know, because it's a tough pitch. I mean, if you're coming to a buddy of yours and saying, hey man, I want you to commit to something for an hour
Right.
every week until the rest of time.
It's a long
you know?
time.
And I was so thrilled when Mika said, yes, let's try it. And then 7% of the way through a recording session, he took a call and then said, Schlatt, I have to go.
Listen,
And I asked, Mika, are you joking? And he said, no. And then he left.
Wow.
And then I posted it.
Here we are.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Oh, sorry. Jambo's on my keyboard. He just stopped my recording. Okay. Jambo, get
fine,
the
dude.
fuck off the keyboard.
Even Jambo wants this podcast to end. Dude.
Yeah, he's trying to shut me down.
I'm genuinely sorry, for
Yeah.
leaving you hanging there.
Thanks for telling me that 7 years later.
I'm pretty sure I might have apologized, the moment it happened, and
like
we did record a proper
40 more
episode.
episodes where this was mentioned.
We did listen. It was an absolute pleasure. It was a blast. It's what a wild ride it has been. It is kind of nuts though, thinking about how we started this in the 1800s.
Yeah.
And just kept going.
Yeah.
Now it's 2019. I'd have to say one of my favorite moments, probably seeing just all the animatics people made of the podcast.
Yeah.
Anytime we would beatbox and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, we've been
that
through
was some
so
good times.
much, like over the years. We started in the 1800s. I remember we were recording during the Civil War. Like that was fucking intense.
Oh man.
We thought Mika was gonna die.
Yeah, and then you got drafted, Apandah.
Yep.
You lost an
It
arm.
happens,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. That was nuts. Do you guys remember Schlatt's 7 wives, like over the years?
Oh yeah.
My what?
I like number 3 a lot.
Yeah, number 3 was good. You fucking.
What are you talking? Where's this?
fucked
What is
up.
this bit?
Your 7 wives.
I had 7 wives?
Well, it's been a while.
Over the years.
At once.
Yeah.
At once, don't you remember?
No, it wasn't at once. It was sequential. I think, Panda, you're, yeah, it's, I think about it, it's like kind of normal, right? I mean, like,
That's the problem with
That
being a
doesn't sound
vampire.
normal.
You live forever. Eventually the wives die, and you gotta.
yeah, I mean, that's only the 7 that we know about.
What
too.
are you guys talking about? Am I being gaslit? Because I genuinely do not remember a bit about me having a wife ever on this podcast. Am I going crazy?
Being a bit.
You guys have been doing this show with me for almost all of you, 99 episodes.
Schlatt, wake up. Schlatt, wake up. You're asleep right now.
I'm just glad. You know what? Now that the gaslighting and the true colors are starting to show, I'm glad that this podcast is ending. Next episode.
Oh,
I think we finally need to know why you hate Discord.
that's true.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
actually should talk about that.
Maybe on the 100th episode, right before it all ends. How about that? Maybe you'll finally get it.
Oh,
Maybe you'll finally understand.
that is something to look forward to.
Do you think people have been waiting like decades to hear
Hundreds of
why
years.
Schlatt hates, hundreds of years, why Schlatt hates Discord? And like,
Yeah, I think so.
do you think anyone who's listening to this is crying right now thinking about how this podcast is going to end?
Yeah, in pain.
Actually
they're actually
had-
happy.
yeah.
They're like, oh, it's gonna
Dude,
end.
I had a couple of people close to me message me and say, "Hey, I can't tell if you guys are joking. Like, is this ending?" And then if so, well, and I said, "Yeah, it is ending." And then they said, "Well, what's what is happening to the Patreon?"
Right.
And I said, "We're keeping it."
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting, but
Yeah, we're keeping the Patreon. Why would we turn that off?
we're keeping that on. And we're gonna keep
Dude, my
that
Twitch,
rolling.
my Twitch has has like hundreds of people who still subscribed that they just get charged every month. They don't know. Like, fuck yeah, we're keeping it on. What are you kidding me?
I would just say, don't touch your bank accounts anytime soon. Don't take a look at Patreon.
no.
Forget
Just
about it. Forget about it.
That's
about
passive
it.
income, baby.
Yeah.
That's passive income.
Forget about it.
I mean, there are a lot of bills that add up, hiding a vampire, being a vampire,
Yeah.
right?
And with the artificial
Like, think of
sunlight
all
that we
the-
built inside our compound.
Yeah, and like think of, we had to put together like a fake Texas for Schlatt to live in, and like
What the fuck are we? What is this vampire bit? This is entirely new.
No, this is
You don't remember that bit.
Schlatt, come on, we can reveal
You
the
don't
big
remember
truth.
This is
at
one
the
of our
end.
most iconic bits.
What are you? I'm so confused.
You don't remember this,
Dude,
man?
I'm just being gaslit today. I don't know.
No,
I don't
no.
understand.
this
Dude,
is an
university.
OG bit.
Do you
It's
not
full of
remember
vampires.
episode 25?
Episode 25?
Yeah.
this was our most
50
iconic
and
bit.
66 and 82.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
93 had a little bit.
I
It was
don't-
a slight.
93 did not have
No,
a
there was
little
a
bit.
slight reference. You
93
didn't catch it. You
did
didn't
not
catch
have
it.
anything.
It was a
I
3-second
remember
blurb at the
93.
end. It was a 3. You remember 93?
I remember 93.
What happened
I
in
don't fucking
93?
remember 25, though.
What happened in 93?
We announced the Suicide Pact.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
I thought in 93. Are we talking about 1993? Because that would be like
right.
when Schlatt got his 7th one.
That was when Bill Clinton was running. We did a whole bit about the Bill Clinton election
Oh
coming
my
up.
fucking.
Remember
Oh my
that?
fucking.
Yeah, that was a good one. The Bill Clinton episode went hard.
Dude, it's so crazy that like it always did surprise me how the second we stop recording, all the pleasantries just drop, and then we just go back to how we actually are, hating each other. But we can laugh and have such a great time on the pod. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I actually started my own podcast. I don't know if you guys saw
No, you are not plugging it
You're
on
not
99.
plugging.
No.
Another podcast on our podcast. Schlatt.
Where you argue, which is what we do
You know-
for the Patreon segment.
I'm gonna plug two then. New album just dropped. Lilac Boy, check it out.
Oh,
Spotify.
Go, Lilac
Nice,
Boy.
man.
Neon
Can I
Reaper,
plug too?
Take a look. Yeah, you can plug.
All right.
It's our last
new
episode,
Alex
man.
Thank you, man. New Alex Unknown in the works. You know, watch out. There's going to be a new single soon. Should I drop the name of the album?
Sure.
Do it, man. YOLO.
All right, I'll drop the acronyms just to give people a little tease.
Wow.
The acronyms are RHM.
Okay.
Ooh.
RHM. What could RHM
Rabid
mean?
Horny Men.
Reddit History Monthly.
Reddit
guess you'll,
History Monthly. A Reddit
guess you'll
concept album.
Dude,
This album.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Like
it's
20
actually the
years from now.
keyboard album. Like the subreddit, the keyboard subreddit made one.
Have you guys ever seen like Reddit Sings?
No.
No.
That sounds awful.
There was this anime opening. I can't remember what it was, but it was like the subreddit for this anime. They sang the opening together, and they all put it together, and it's like a choir. It's like a little hard to listen to, but you know, it's enjoyable.
Do you remember how it goes? Like, do you have a little snippet?
No, not at all.
It was like, like that one?
Nah, I for some reason I want to say that it was Psychopass. It was the Psychopass opening, but I don't know how true that is. Like, I might be deluding myself, you know?
You're just spreading misinformation. That's all you ever do on this pod.
Except when I talk about Schlatt being a vampire.
Yeah, that part was true.
I don't understand that.
Such a good bit.
Classic.
I just want to say, whenever we put out a gaming video, everyone always says it's a podcast. Why do you guys do that? Why do people do that?
I thought they always say, at least this is better than the podcast.
No, they always refer to the gaming videos as a podcast. How is that a podcast? Yeah. When has a podcast ever had gaming gameplay?
I've never seen a comment like that. I'm just being honest.
I haven't seen that shit either. But I don't check the channel.
We're gaslighting
so
Apandah. All right.
I don't think
I've
I've
seen
ever
it.
looked at the analytics before.
I've seen it. I mean, also, can we give a quick shout out to our audio listeners who have been with us
Fuck
ever
'em.
since we've
It's
been
almost
on audio?
over. Let's just be real. Fuck you guys.
Nah,
Screw
nah.
you guys.
We hate all
No,
of you.
honestly, shout out to the audio listeners. Like, imagine how surreal it is to think that people just found us on Spotify or something. They had no idea who we were, and they just started listening on Spotify. You know?
We are the 17th most popular comedy podcast or something.
No, we're on the leisure charts.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because we're fucking boring.
Oh, man.
Leisure podcast charts.
Leisure
what is
is
a leisure
important, man.
podcast? Leisure is like the AAA league of baseball. It's like when you're not funny enough to go under comedy charts.
No, we are on the comedy charts. We are number 158 in Mexico.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Are we on the charts for leisure
I thought we were.
anywhere?
We're on some
important
chart,
anymore?
man. We're on some chart.
No, we're out of the charts entirely.
Damn.
This is why we're stopping the podcast, because it's not making money.
But, you know, still can subscribe. You know, you got another week or two of content. It's going to be good.
And then you can just support us for
Right.
all the work we've put in for the past 10 years. Yeah.
Well, are we going to talk about, what's going to happen to the channel?
Yeah, we're deleting it. It's like Unis Annus or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a good experiment. It was a good run. If you didn't know, we're actually all AI.
We did the suicide pact a while ago.
50 years from... Oh, go ahead, Panda. Sorry,
you
I
go
keep
ahead,
cutting you
Mika.
off.
You go ahead.
All right, thanks, man. 50 years from now, people are going to be talking to their therapist. They're going to be talking about sleep deprived. And the therapist is going to do a Google search, but it's all going to be gone. It's all going to be wiped off the internet.
That's fucking right.
And we'll copyright strike anyone who reposts this shit.
Oh yeah, we'll kill you.
I don't think... no, we're not going to go
We'll
that
send a
far. I don't
hitman
think
out.
you should...
And the only people who will have any proof that a channel called Sleep Deprived ever existed are the two people who bought the sweater.
Yeah, we're not going to send a hitman after you.
No, we'll send multiple. Panda himself personally will destroy you.
Do you think a panda could actually pull off a hit job?
Yes.
Genuine question.
If anyone here could, it's a panda. Although I think a panda would slip up. You would leave a trace.
I think I could.
How would you do it?
You hear about how the FBI or whatever had those ice guns that would just you could shoot them and then they just melt and then there'd be no evidence?
What?
I cop one of those.
The icicle guns. Yeah, the icicle guns.
And then I'd wear bags over everything so I don't leave any footprints.
Okay.
And I wear an oxygen mask so I have no oxygen. And then I go from a tall building and then I shoot
Wait, so you
them.
have no oxygen? You need to hold your breath the whole time?
Kinda, but I'll have my own oxygen tank. And I'll breathe through that.
Okay. That seems
Why is that
excessive.
necessary?
That seems extremely excessive. I don't understand that part.
Well, what if a spit molecule or particle lands on the ground and then they test the ground?
Just wear a mask.
But okay, what if I cry? What if a tear comes out?
Are you gonna cry?
I might cry.
Okay, so I didn't know this was emotional for you.
It could be. I mean, death is a serious.
So, what are you gonna do with the garbage bag? Are you gonna dispose of that?
I'd probably throw it in the middle of the ocean.
Okay.
And I'd put a weight on the bag and sink it all the way into the ocean.
With a body in it? Or where's the... Okay. I think they would probably find the body in the ocean.
In the middle of the ocean?
You're gonna get out to the middle of the ocean?
Yeah, I actually feel like it might be kind of hard to find a body in the middle of the ocean.
you
Especially
can pull
with all
that off.
the fish eating
Think about it. The moon is more explored than the ocean.
You're psychotic.
Do you guys think there's sea creatures in the ocean?
What the fuck is that comment? What the
Unlikely.
fuck is that comment?
Unlikely.
What do you mean? It's a question.
Would you rather be a sea squirrel or a sea mouse?
I don't. What is that, by the way? Will you ever tell me why you keep asking that?
Yeah, Mika.
I didn't ask that. Astro asked
You've
that.
been asking that every single recording we do for the past 3 months. At some point in time, you go, would you rather be a squirrel or a mouse? And nobody
would you?
understands. It's a terrible question. It's just obviously a squirrel. A squirrel 100%. Who would ever say
Would
mouse?
you rather? Would you rather be a sea squirrel or a sea mouse?
I just asked that. You copied me.
Yeah, but I'm asking.
My first cartoon crush was Sandy Cheeks. God damn.
Really?
Really? Man. What was your guys' first cartoon crushes?
Ooh, maybe that girl in Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids.
Whoa.
What?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Francis. Frankie. Something like that.
Frankie.
Frankie, yeah.
What about you, Mika?
Sorry, what?
Are you yawning, dude?
It's 99, man.
Second last episode of our podcast, and you're yawning?
I'm sorry. Listen,
Oh, you need a nap?
I'm really sorry. Honestly, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you should do a callback. Leave the podcast early.
Yo! What about you, Schlatt? Who was your cartoon crush?
Someone from Total Drama Island, probably.
Yeah.
Let me see the character list.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Gwen, man.
No, not Gwen.
Not Gwen?
No.
Oh, dude. Don't tell me you were for Courtney.
Hey, it was a different time, This was like 2008. I didn't know no better.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, man.
Oh, you like Chef.
Chef had it
Yeah,
going on.
Chef was cool. Justin, actually.
What about Duncan?
Nah, fuck Duncan.
No. Courtney is absolutely slept on. What are you talking about?
It's too boring. You need a Gwen.
You don't need I would take Heather over Gwen.
Oh, Heather?
Oh, guys,
Yep.
Owen.
Come on, man.
Owen. Huh? Owen?
You would take Owen? You can have Owen, man. You can have all of Owen.
Yeah, you got him.
He's yours. What about you, Mika?
You guys are you're owing him some more respect.
What about me?
Yeah, who
for
would you
Total
pick?
Drama Island?
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with
Wow.
the characters.
Isn't this Canada's like biggest export? Total Drama Island. How do you not know?
Jim Carrey and Total Drama Island.
Honestly, I didn't get this channel. I had a very
L.
basic cable package.
Would
You
you
didn't
watch
get
all
Cartoon Network?
That's sad.
No, I had to like watch cartoons at friends' houses, when they actually had Cartoon Network. I can't tell you how boring it was to like be sick from school or like skip school. And I woke up and I was like, okay, I really could use some good cartoons right now. And instead I had to watch like daytime TV, like Judge Judy. Like my brain was rotting, dude. It actually rot my brain. I had to watch like all those court shows. I had to watch Judge Judy, The Maury Show.
The Morty Show?
And, like Maury Povich.
The Young and the Restless.
Yeah, it was just not a good time.
Naked and Afraid.
And I couldn't even play video games.
What the hell? This is horrible. You're describing torture.
Yeah.
I was basically home, like by myself, and there were no video games during the summer.
Any
It was
bacon?
hard.
Any babes?
There was actually bacon.
Okay, there was bacon at least. So we know what you would pick on the hypothetical.
Well, Schlatt, can you go ahead and ask the hypothetical? I think we should all answer the hypothetical.
I don't know if we've answered it before.
Yeah.
I'm watching The Young and the Restless.
Dude, it is a 99.
You've never actually asked us the hypothetical,
What was this hypothetical? Sorry, I'm done.
The hypothetical was, would you rather be a vampire from the 1800s? Or would you rather be a vampire, infinite vampire, but no 1800s?
Infinite vampire, no 1800s.
Yeah, I think that's the right.
Because then I'd have iPhone.
Wow. I don't know if I answered the question earlier, but that is my absolute favorite Sleep Deprived bit.
That was a good bit. It's just crazy how far we've come, man. When we started this podcast, people were dying from gout. Now, now we are, we're watching
Scurvy?
TikTok all day.
Dysentery.
crazy
So Mika, would you rather have unlimited vampire? But no more blood?
Or
unlimited blood, but no blood.
What?
I think I would rather go with unlimited vampire, but no blood.
That's too much vampire and not enough blood. It's not a good ratio.
Okay, fine. Probably infinite blood, but no blood.
Yeah, that one also doesn't really work. Now that I think about it.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with infinite. My original answer: infinite vampire, but no blood.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I would pick that one: infinite vampire, no blood. What about you, Panda?
I'm probably going to have to go with infinite vamp.
Okay, that's fair. That's respectful.
That makes sense. Very respectful.
I'm glad we could all come to an agreement on the final, second last episode.
The penultimate episode. Yeah.
Penultimate episode.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
I can.
I know I've said it like multiple times, but like, wow. Look at how far we've come. I'm really proud of us and our community.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
If you want to see us come more or go farther, you can head over to the Patreon segment for $5 a month. You're going to get this episode and then one more. Check us out.
We might come back if you give us money. Maybe not Schlatt, but if you give us enough money.
What does that mean?
What? You're talking crazy, man. Bababooey.
Bababooey.
No. No.
What?
Hold on.
What?
What does that mean?
No, you probably want to say bababooey.
Schlatt.
Are you plotting on killing me and
No.
collecting the Patreon earnings?
No, Panda would never do something like that.
I'm what,
Don't get scared, man. It's the second last episode.
I'm the main guy here.
We're having fun.
I'm the main guy here.
We're having fun. We're all main guys.
I'm the main guy
Come on,
here.
We're all main characters.
I'm the fucking main guy here.
Come on, we're all
You gonna
cool.
kill me?
I'm not. What?
I mean, if you think about it, we're all the main characters of our own life.
That's true. I like that video, Mika. I watched it while I was on the shitter right before recording this.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And you know what? That's where 90% of YouTube videos are watched, so it's a great honor.
Yeah.
bababooey.
Just because someone talks about an ice gun
Bababooey.
doesn't mean they're going to kill.
Apandah, say bababooey.